You guys really like my video where I create a dark ambient drone in Vital. So one big rule on YouTube says, give the people what they want, okay? So let's do that again. Let's create an everlasting and ever evolving drone from one note into a big ambient soundscape, but this time in Arturia Pigments. Please let me know, here it is, please let me know if that's okay for you, because maybe you prefer to see me working with a free synthesizer like Vital, and that's absolutely fine. I understand that, because I personally also believe that more people should start making music, and I'm always trying to keep the entry step very low for you guys. But let's not get too political here, just let's have fun with sound. So without further ado, this is Arturia Pigments, and of course we start with a new preset here. And I've also created a demo part here like for testing, so that I don't have to play all the time while I'm tweaking the sound. It's just one note, C2 in this case, and the loop goes on. And this is how it sounds. Not very exciting, but we will change that in a minute, of course. So let's start with some noise. Noise is always very important. And let's see, we have some very nice noise generators here in Pigments. And let's have a look. Let's go with noisy flaps. Turn off engine 1 to only hear this noise. Some like a broken noise. I like it. This is nice, because we want to create a dark ambient drone, like an electronic sounding, bit scary and ugly drone that's at the same time very beautiful, okay? So this noise I like very much. But let me take a moment to talk about the, key elements of the drone I'm going for. Of course, we want to create a dark character with some ugly noise. Maybe also a deep bass drone that's also moving somehow. And a warm pad that also changes the pitch randomly. Something like that. So we've created some wonderful ground noise. Now let's change engine 1 to analog. And switch it on, of course. This way we have 3 oscillators. I don't think I need all 3 of them. So let's turn down the first one here. I already did that. And crank up oscillator 3. Let's listen. Without the noise. And turn it down. I love that. Very simple, but let's also crank up the voices here. Very cool. Okay, I like that. Let's change the fine-tuning with an LFO. Just use a simple LFO, like here. And we can make it really slow. Maybe not too slow. And it's set to bipolar. You can see it goes in both directions. That's totally up to you, of course. I also want to add some movement to the volume here, and for that I will use a function. But don't worry, functions are nothing else here in Pigments than just LFOs or envelopes that you can draw yourself. Okay, normally an LFO follows a preset curve here, however, like a square or a triangle, whatever, and you have some ways to manipulate it with the symmetry and stuff. And in functions, you can really draw your own curve here very easily. And let's go with, of course, the volume. And it runs a bit fast. So let's turn down the rate for like maybe 2 bars. By the way, the tempo of this project is now not 108 like usually, but 72, okay? Just so that you know. Also, let's not forget to apply a filter. Send everything through a filter. It's fine for the beginning. I will tweak the sound here and there all of the time. So every time I'm adding something or I change something, I will also change or make adjustments to the other settings as well. That's a normal process. So how does it sound together with the noise? Now insert call to action here. No, seriously guys, please, if you like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you don't like it, also subscribe to the channel. In the meantime, I change engine 2 to Wavetable. Let's see if I can find something interesting, more interesting than just the basic waveforms. We have a very, very big library here in Pigments. Maybe Pigments 5, what have they created for us? What is flanging? Not too shabby, we can work with that. You have seen I've added some more voices here and also played with the wavefolding. I love wavefolding. The next thing is that I don't want to send this wavetable through the same filter, so I changed this setting here to F2. And again, I just play with some settings here to see what I can animate, what changes the sound to my liking. And I maybe go with the randomizer here and I put it on the wavefolding setting here. And with ambient stuff, I really love to go with like a free rate here in hertz and not synced to the tempo of the track. Of course, you can also change that with a randomizer. Why not? So I changed the randomizer tempo, the rate, with the same randomizer. So you can tweak all these settings forever and ever, you know, but I always recommend to just go with the first impression. Don't second guess. It makes no sense for such ambient drones. They happen in the moment. Now let me also change the wavetable position just with a normal LFO here. Bipolar, okay, that's very nice. Hertz, okay, let's make it really slow. And apply it to the position. Okay. Sometimes the changes are really subtle, but that's the magic. Okay, that's the magic. Can I also detune it a little bit more? Okay, no second guessing. And now I will use another randomizer, random 2 maybe, set it to 2 ring again, and also make it slower. And now I will use this to change the pitch of our wavetable engine. It should follow a scale and I can define that scale. Okay, let's click on this Q here. It stands for quantize. And remember to read the lower area here. It tells you everything you want to know about a button or function. This is the quantized mod. When active, the modulation of the pitch will be quantized. So we can click here and also come up with our own scale. I will take it very easy, just deactivate everything. Now we have the root node. I also add the minor third and also maybe the fifth and the minor seventh. So nothing really special. And I connected random 2 with the coarse setting here. I really wonder how it sounds. Now, before I turn the other engines on again, let me make sure that we change our filter routing, because filter 1, everything from filter 1 is also sent through filter 2. We don't want that. Okay, we want to separate the 2 filters from each other, and I turn on the other stuff and try to mix it a little bit together. Yeah, I hope you can agree that this already sounds quite interesting and mystical, a bit science fiction like maybe. Before we send it through a delay and reverb, what we will do right now, I want to make sure that it already sounds pretty good and cool. Maybe I can change the tempo of the melody. It's maybe still a bit too much melody going on for such an ambient drone. But let's not overthink it and better open up the effects section. And I go with a normal delay, ping pong delay. Let's crank it up and play around. So here in Pigments we have a very nice reverb. It's called a shimmer and it's perfect for ambient sounds, if you ask me. This time I also want to use only the inbuilt effects here in Pigments and not going for the Valhalla Supermassive like usually. So let's play around with the settings here of shimmer. Crank it up. Also the filters, I don't need the filters. I think it sounds really nice for just a couple of minutes that we needed to create this patch. And the shimmer reverb adds all these nice overtones that are octave higher than the normal notes. Something like that. I don't know exactly what it does. I just follow my ears, you know. But the big test is now coming. How does our patch work when I just play and improvise a little bit on the keyboard? Because that's of course very important. We not only want to have an ongoing note, maybe we want to use this patch in a song or something instead of a normal pad sound. I really recommend to do that. Maybe I will make another video where I demonstrate a few things, what you can do with such a drone. But for now, have a listen and enjoy.